I've heard many people say that LeBron's legacy isn't about winning. I've heard people say things like, LeBron has made people not care about winning so much. I don't think that's necessarily the case. And, I understand what people are coming from when they say that because, people like to bring up his finals appearances as an argument for him in his sort of hierarchy among his NBA peers when it comes to his all-time legacy. But, again, the thing is, I don't necessarily think LeBron James' legacy is about winning as it is about all the great things he does. Because to me, his legacy should be about everything great he does. But, winning it is a factor. And it brings up a bigger thing because with both LeBron and Michael Jordan and even Kobe Bryant, I don't really view their greatness as, say, the rings they win. I view their greatness as in what they were able to accomplish on the court, what they were able to do for a generation. But I can explain in 1 minute, so cue the intro because we're going to talk about why I think LeBron's legacy not being about winning isn't as bad as some people make it out to be or try to make it out to be.
Choose your fighter. LAKEY inspired. Fight.
I'm guessing a lot of you do know who LeBron James is. Whether you're a basketball fan or not, he's rather popular in mainstream media, whether it be for the right reasons or the wrong reasons. But at the same time, if you don't know who he is, LeBron James is one of the greatest basketball players of all time. He's top 2 all time to me. He is 1A, 1B with Michael Jordan, in my opinion. And LeBron accomplished a lot in the NBA. 15-time All-Star. Probably going to make at least 2 more in my opinion. 4-time MVP, 3-time champion, 3-time finals MVP. Made a total of 15 All-NBA selections, 12 of them being the first team, 5 All-Defensive first teams, Rookie of the Year, a scoring champ in 2008, and he went to a lot of finals. He made it to the finals as a really young player in 2007. He made it in 2011, 12, 13. I'm not going to waste your time. He made it in 2007, and then he made it from the 2011 season all the way to the 2018 season. So in total, he made 9 total finals, and he 8 straight finals. That's impressive to me. But here's the thing. He lost in 2007, he lost in 2011, he lost in 2014, he lost in 2015, he lost in 2017, lost in 2018. So he lost a total of, a lot of finals. And some of them are his fault, I will say this. 2007, not his fault. He was young, the defense was keying in on him. He was facing one of the best dynasties of the 2000s in the Spurs, who were a lot more experienced, so he wasn't going to beat them. 2014, Wade was injured, Bosh wasn't playing that well, and the Spurs were looking for revenge, so, again, there is that. 2015, I don't blame him for it as much either. Kyrie Irving got injured, Kevin Love was injured, so he lost his 2 All-Star teammates, and he was facing a 67-win team, so I don't really blame him for that as much. 2017, there is a play I do believe that he passed out of a shot that he should have taken that could have swung the series in momentum. That Warriors team was a juggernaut. They added Kevin Durant, who's an all-time great player. Kevin Durant was playing out of his mind in that series as well. And that team, that Warriors team was just overpowered. So, yeah. And the same thing for 2018 as well. There was no way they were going to win that series. It was LeBron and a bunch of scrubs. And the thing is, there was a chance that team didn't even make it to the finals, let alone play in the finals. So, yeah, there are the things that I say. So most of his finals aren't exactly his fault at the most. 2011 is another story. He was putrid in that series. He deferred to Wade. He had averages that Draymond Green would put up. Draymond Green's not a bad player, but when you're LeBron James, especially at how young he was at that time, how he was boasting about how many rings they were going to win, it was going to be easy for them apparently. And he was viewed as the best player in basketball at his peak and reaching his peak. And he crumbled. He wasn't even the third best scorer in his own team. I want to say he wasn't even a top 5 scorer from when you combine both teams. And we were viewing him as the best player in basketball at this time. So, yeah, there is that. My opinion on that series, though, is there are two types of people that use the series. There are people that use the series to diminish everything else LeBron accomplished in his career. And then there's the people that just kind of ignore it, kind of throw it under the rug. And the thing is, I view it like this. It's on his resume. It's going to stay on his resume. It's permanently on his resume. Now, with a resume, no matter what you do before and what you do after, if something bad happens and it's on that resume, you probably won't get a job, or they won't consider hiring you. And for LeBron, that finals record is still on his resume. Now, whether it's fair to use it over the top or not, that's up for you to decide. Now, I'm not saying it defines his career, because it doesn't. I don't think it defines his career at all. I define his career as one of the most dominant players to ever play the game, could single-handedly carry a team to the finals, one of the most God-gifted athletes I've ever seen in my life. But it's there. That's what I think. It's just there. And when you're comparing him to other greats in similar situations, you can bring it up. But you can't use it to degrade him as a player, because that's just not how I believe it should work. Now, the whole stigma of this video is the idea that LeBron's legacy is defined by losing, and he made losing popular, or whatever you want to say. I don't believe that is the case at all. His haters, and people don't try to detract from his career, may say that, which they have a right to, because they can say what they want, but I don't think it is. How can you say that someone's career is defined by losing when they're one of the most dominant players of the era, carried teams to the finals, single-handedly by himself could draw fear into a really good team, and say his career is defined by losing? When I think of LeBron, I think of the 3 rings. I think of 2013, where he has one of the most underrated closeout games in NBA history, in Game 7. I think of 2016, the block, the 3-1 comeback, leading a team to overcome a large deficit that had never been dug out of before, against a team that broke the single season record for wins, had a unanimous MVP, a defensive player of the year, an all-NBA level shooting guard. That's what I see in LeBron. That's what I see from him as a player. Now, again, that 2011 is still on his resume. It is, and people, you can't detract, you can't just get rid of it. It's there. It happened. But he bounced back even better. And, LeBron's awesome. And I know 2011 happened. But at the same time, I can't really talk about 2011 when he came back the next year and destroyed my Celtics in a series that we thought we could win and go to the NBA Finals. That's LeBron. LeBron was a player that, up until his time in LA, really was the most dominant player. Hands down best player on the planet. I remember watching that series in 2018, Celtics vs. Cavs Eastern Conference Finals. Any other superstar in the league at the time, put into the same situation as LeBron, the Celtics win that series, in my opinion. But LeBron is so overly dominant as a player that he posted the 7 games and beat the Celtics in 7 games, even though he didn't have any all-star help around him. LeBron is that special athlete that you could put him in the worst situation and you still feel that, hey, there's a real chance we could lose this game. That's how good LeBron is. But I don't think his legacy is defined by losing. That's just showing his biggest flaws. And the thing is, most of his losses aren't necessarily completely his fault. And that's more of a media propaganda thing. The thing is, media propaganda for LeBron is that it's his team, he's the team, everything goes through him. They can't win with him, they can win with him, they can't win without him. You get the whole idea about that, but it's always about LeBron. I think we emphasize losing so much because of how much emphasis the media puts on LeBron and how much spotlight they put on him. Because the bigger the spotlight, the bigger the flaws will show. The brighter the lights are, the bigger the stain will look. So, do I think so? No. But to other people, yeah, probably. I would say that a lot of people would say something like that. Oh, we made losing okay. Oh, he made losing this and that. He didn't make losing okay. That's just how people took what he did in his career and using it as an excuse or using it to boost his argument. He didn't do that by himself. He didn't make losing okay, because the thing is, he wasn't in the best situations all the time. You know, early on in Cleveland, they couldn't build around him. Later on in Cleveland, they gave contracts to bad players. Now, did LeBron want to give them the contracts? Yeah, he forced them to give them the contracts. But again, he wasn't put in the most ideal situations, whether he put himself in them or not. To say his career is about losing is saying that he didn't really accomplish that. A career defined by losing is a career that never won. And LeBron has won. Okay? That's all I'm going to say about that. A career defined by losing is someone like Charles Barkley, someone like Allen Iverson, where they never were able to win. But even them, it really doesn't matter because they still are Hall of Famers. And they're among the best of all time. So with LeBron, to say his career isn't about winning means he didn't win. And LeBron won. He's a 3-time champion. And for all 3 of them, he was a key part of those finals wins. And bring up Ray Allen's shot all you want. Bring up Kyrie Irving's shot all you want. And talk about how they saved LeBron's career and saved his finals record. But at the end of the day, with LeBron, without him, Ray Allen isn't even in position to hit that shot to quote-unquote save LeBron's career. If LeBron isn't on that Cleveland team, they don't even in position to be down 3-1, let alone be in position to win the series. So, yes, those shots won the series and gave LeBron a finals record better, but without LeBron, that doesn't even happen at all. LeBron loses. He lost the finals. He lost in the finals. It happened. But at the same time, the teams wouldn't even be in the finals without LeBron. And the way I think about LeBron and how I view his legacy, and this is the question I want you to answer. What is LeBron's legacy to you? And I'll tell you my answer. LeBron's legacy to me is the most valuable player the game has ever seen. Someone who not only brings the most value to the media and gives them stories, but also brings the most value to his teams. Because a lot of the teams LeBron has been on, they don't go to the finals without him. Some of them don't even make the playoffs without him. So, with that being said, like and subscribe if you're new. If you enjoyed this video, please feel free to like. I said that already, my bad. But follow my Twitter if you want to see and talk and interact with me on Twitter. Feel free to do that. Like and subscribe again, because I said that 3 times now. Instagram, if you want to see what goes on in my life outside of basketball, go follow my Instagram. Link to that will be in the description as well. Subscribe to my podcast channel. Episode will be coming out this Friday, so be prepared for that. And Well, that, yeah, I mean,